government lawyers will be poring over this judgment now, trying to work out if the government could still charter those planes and still comply with the law. Remember, this is an interim judgment that doesn't talk about whether what the government wants to do is illegal or legal. It's merely saying that if you do send people to Rwanda, we're not sure that they're going to be treated safely there, and there's no legal mechanism to bring them back if that judicial review next month decides that this policy is illegal. Now, the UK is a founding member of the European Court of Human Rights. It's nothing to do with the EU, nothing to do with Brexit. It has to act on final judgments from the court, not interim judgments. So they still may be able to charter those flights. The alternatives to not chartering the flights are to wait and to loosen the Human Rights Act. Now, that's a piece of legislation that effectively incorporates the articles of the European Convention on Human Rights into British law. It was mentioned in the 2019 Conservative Manifesto that they want to update the Human Rights Act so that legal interventions are not abused to conduct politics by another means or to create needless delay. So tweaking the Human Rights Act so they do comply with the European Convention on Human Rights would be another alternative. The final one would be to leave the European Convention on Human Rights. And that would be very controversial because the only country that is leaving the European Court on Human Rights is Russia at the end of the year. It's currently in the process of withdrawing from the European Court of Human Rights. And so to do that, to follow in the footsteps of Russia, would be highly controversial. So probably the likely option is that they will try to tweak the Human Rights Act, but there may be some legal nitty-gritty, and this is where the lawyers are going over it this morning, where they could actually still charter those flights and still be legally compliant.